Namaste, my friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and today I'm going to share with you 3 things that you might be doing that are pushing away all the manifestations that you want and know you can get. A lot of us are becoming relatively advanced manifestors where even small errors on our part can have big consequences and literally block us from something that could very well be right knocking at the door. It might be a small little tweak that allows that door to bust open. So I'm just going to share with you 3 things that I have caught myself doing in the recent past that now that I'm not doing that anymore, or at least working at it, my manifestations are flowing to me very rapidly, and I'm remaining much more in the flow state and just doing a much better job. And I want to share them with you because I think you'll relate with them and help them if you've been wondering why certain things you've been intending for and wanting and maybe even putting action into are not yet there. Number 1 is impatience. When you start to expand your awareness, when you start to go through a spiritual awakening, which anyone watching my channel is, it implies you have more access to more foresight, and you are oftentimes, you come into a lot of information about what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, who you want to transform into, what you want to become, where you want to go. And there might be all these different things and all these different ideas that will help you do that you resonate, these inspired ideas. You might have hundreds of them. And all of them seem equally appealing, equally in sync with your vibration, and you want them all, and you want them all right now. And what this can cause us to do is try to simultaneously go after everything. And it's exhausting, it's ineffective, it causes us to not put enough of our focus into one thing. It's too dispersed, and you might feel like you're working hard and exhausting yourself and not really getting anywhere. And it's due to that fundamental impatience. You might have some sort of idea of where your life's going to be 10 years from now, and you're trying to make it happen. There's that sense of urgency where you want it to happen tomorrow, and you're you're killing yourself to do it. Interestingly enough, if you could be less or more patient, take one thing at a time, give it all of your attention and your focus and your energy, and you streamline it, you will manifest that one thing really quickly. And then you do that same thing to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. You might just have to fight against your naturally flighty tendencies. Most human beings nowadays are quite flighty, but we don't do a good job of keeping our focus on one thing at a time for very long at all. I think we can all admit that. But if you could recognize that and take measures to perhaps improve your focus and just make yourself focus on one thing, allowing your life to unfold in its natural at its natural pace, you will start that manifestation ball rolling very quickly. Number 2, will also bring to a screeching halt whatever you're trying to accomplish, even if that's peace of mind and serenity in that moment. What'll take you out of that flow is when you fall out of the flow, when you allow a negative thought, even a seed of doubt, or some kind of inconvenience or unexpected challenge to cause an overreaction, even mildly, can easily take you not just a little bit out of that flow, but way out of the flow, way off on some sort of negative tangent tailspin where you just want to crawl into a fetal position on your bed and hide from the world under a blanket for maybe some small reason, where we are so sensitive now, and even mild circumstances can invoke quite intense emotions in us. And it's very important to not be on guard against that, but rather be mindful of it and protect your energy and do whatever works for you that causes you to not allow yourself to entertain negativity in any way, whether they be from naysayers, whether they be from your own inner critic, whatever sparks that negative state of being, you must find a way to avoid those things. And also it's recommended that you come up with some kind of little routine you can do to pull you out of it when you do happen to fall in, because we all do from time to time. It's not easy. But when you're not in the flow, when you're out of sync, it doesn't matter how much time and energy and effort and elbow grease you put into whatever you're trying to do, you're just pushing up against a brick wall. It's not gonna happen. It's not, you gotta get back in the flow where you have access to all of the ideas and all of the synchronicities and opportunities that'll help you really easily manifest what you want. So stay in the flow by any means necessary. Number 3, a lot of us are really good and clear and put a lot of energy into thinking about what we don't want. And it's much harder, and it takes more like conscious effort to put energy and thought into what we do want. Really, it's not necessary to dwell on what you don't want. And when we do, we just stick ourselves to it like glue. So what I recommend for you doing for this is, 1, accept that it's part of the human condition. A lot of us, it's just bad thinking habits that perhaps have been born into us to some extent. But you can counteract that because you're conscious now, you're awake, with simple visualization. Something I do every morning is I visualize where I want my life to be roughly 3 or 4 years from now. I don't have a particular time frame, but I imagine I spend a time thinking and entertaining what I want to experience. Knowing how I am, knowing I'll likely slip into some negativity at some point during the day, and I want to really override that with my conscious visualization. You can do this just daydreaming. You just stare out the window and just fantasize. A lot of people see that as a waste of time. It's not. And it's not because, and you know it's not because of how you feel. When you're thinking about things that are exciting to you, things you resonate with, things you feel connected to, how does that make you feel? What kind of state of being does that put you in? It puts you into the flow. It puts you into that masterful state. And you'll manifest a lot faster if you can make the habit of bringing that into your daily life to override our natural predisposition to be quite cynical and negative. Anyways, my friend, that's what's been working for me. I want to share with you, and I hope it serves you in some way. One thing that I recommend, if you guys haven't already gotten it, if you're new to my channel, I created a free MP3 guided meditation that'll put you into a nice flow state. It's something I'll use sometimes if I'm in that negative space. I'll pop it on and just listen to myself for like 20 minutes, and it can usually help me kind of rebalance. Either way, it's free. You can check it out if you want. It's in the description box. Other than that, I just want to thank you guys for being an awesome audience. It's always so exciting after I post a video to go and to see all the beautiful comments and just the well wishes and the warmth and the love that you guys are always sharing with me and showing me. I feel it, I appreciate it, and I'm hopefully giving back in this video. I wish you well. I wish you nothing but awesome blessings on your path. Have an amazing day. Namaste.